Well guys, it has officially begun. Yesterday, they pulled the plug on this lake. If you look right over there, we've got one gate open here on this dam, and that's the plan for the foreseeable future. They're going to just let this one run, drop the lake slowly so we don't flood out all the stuff downstream, and I guess to give people an opportunity to fish it and harvest some fish as it goes down. I think they'll open up more gates as we get later on, into the wintertime, because like I mentioned in the previous video, the plan is to have this thing dry and the dam shut by spring 2024. So we don't have a lot of time. It'll be interesting to see how much the water drops per week or even per day. You can already see a little bit of a water line down here where the water has already dropped, but man, it's a very strange feeling. There's a bunch of people out here. It looks like a normal Saturday out here, honestly. In the past, whenever they have a gate open down here at this dam, it gets bumping down here because a lot of people come down here to fish, come catch some bait for some other fishing adventures. There's always a lot of shad down here to catch. So if you need some shad, I would recommend coming down here to catch them. And I think that over the next week or so, some fish that are downstream are going to migrate up here towards the dam. It should be some good fishing here below the dam. So might be a spot to check out if you're looking for a place to fish from the bank. But yeah, like I said, it's weird. It's very weird. I have a lot of great memories hanging out here below this dam, catching bait, catching snakes, catching fish. It's a central hub for this lake, and in the end, whenever the lake is completely drawn down, it's going to be sad that we're not going to get to come down here and hang out at the dam with the community of people that are always down here. So yeah, I guess we're gonna just take a walk around, look around at some stuff, and I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so let's take a second to talk about where all this water is exactly going. So it's coming out of the main lake. It's a 6,700 acre reservoir. It's gonna come through the dam, and then it's gonna drain out this way into this slough, and then this slough eventually dumps into the Arkansas River. And so I imagine for the foreseeable future, this is what it's going to look like. It's pretty standard of what it looks like down here when one gate is open. It's not too crazy flooding. There's a lot of bank access. People can come down here and fish. You can go down into the slough and fish. And honestly, the fishing down here is probably gonna be pretty good, especially further downstream. And as the water comes up down here, as it pulls up, I think more fish are gonna come closer to this dam. And if fish do swim through the gate, then this area is gonna get stocked. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what fishing is like down here. I see a lot of people out here fishing right now. They're not really catching a whole lot of fish at the moment, but I think just as time goes on, it'll be better area to fish. I'm definitely going to be bringing out my kayak really soon to come down here and explore this backwater slough back here. It's a really unique spot. There's some huge cypress trees down there. Normally it's a spot where I go chasing down rough fish, catching some grinnell and gar, and some catfish. But I think that we'll be able to catch some more game fish down that way soon, especially with it being the time of year that it is. We're almost into fall, and fishing everywhere is just really, really good. But if y'all would like to see Jay and I come out here in our kayaks and explore downstream and see if we can catch any of these fish that are coming out of the lake down here into the slough, let us know down in the comment section. But for now, I think I'm going to actually just head back to the house. I've seen everything that I want to see out here today. I really just want to go fishing, so I'm going to go back to the house. I'm going to grab some gear, head out to the lake on my end, and to see if we can catch some fish. It's gonna start getting increasingly difficult to access the upper end of the lakes because it is the more shallow end. So I definitely wanna take advantage of as much time as I have to fish up there while I still can. So let's get back to the house and let's go fishing. All right guys, we are back home from the dam, and I was honestly getting pretty sad, pretty depressed out there. And I just felt like the thing that I needed to do was to just get my kayak, go out on the lake and do some fishing. So that's what we're gonna do for a couple of hours. Jay's in the house with the kids. They're taking a nap. So I've got a couple hours to spend out here. This is a great time of year to be on the lake. The last 2 months are arguably the worst months to be out here, but it seems like for whatever reason, as soon as it turns September, like the fishing gets good. And I've been seeing a lot of bait fish activity. I've seen some bass busting. So we're gonna try to see if we can get us some nice largemouth Today I've got 3 rods in hand. I've got a chatterbait, I've got a frog, and I've got a 10-inch worm. And we're gonna go out to a couple of spots that have been good to us in the past and see if we can't luck up and get into a couple of bigs. I'm also entered into a month-long kayak tournament for this month. So this will be my first trip submitting fish into that. It's your best 10 fish, so you can definitely get some good ones out here. I think it's gonna probably take 200 inches to win. So we need 10, 20 inch plus fish. Maybe we can get some out here today. It's definitely a place where you can catch that caliber of fish. So let's get out there and let's see what we can get into. Fish. Here's a fish. There we go. Fish on. Big one. First cast. First cast. That's a good bass. Oh, he's pulling me up here into the crap. I don't want to go where he's going. Stay on there. Stay on there. That's a good one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man. There we go. That is a nice one right there. That's a really solid bass. I'm gonna put myself on this grass so they don't pull me off of there on top of the spot. If you catch one on your first cast out here, that usually means that there are several. Go ahead, I'm gonna measure this one here. I'm in a month-long kayak tournament right now. So let's see how this turns out. It's your best 10 fish in this month-long kayak tournament. I feel like I need 10, 20 inchers, but we'll just measure what we have. Just kind of play the game. He's a 16.5 incher, but that's respectable. Really healthy, really chunky. I know I probably should be keeping these fish, but it's just so hot. Don't really have a cooler. So I'll send them back for now. Let them have a chance to maybe swim through the dam. Or maybe they'll get trapped out here. We'll see. One of the two. Or they'll get caught by somebody else. Oh, I did it. I was reeling it in. I wonder if I throw a chatterbait right there. I know it's not really chatterbait time, but I've had a couple of fish try to eat my crap and I'm reeling it through. Let me throw this chatterbait out there. Oh shoot, don't do that, coleslaw. I've had a couple of fish swipe at my worm as I'm reeling it in. They don't seem to be the biggest fish, but I'm gonna put this chatterbait on and reel it past them. It's not quite ideal chatterbait conditions. I say that as the cloud comes out and the wind starts picking up. If the wind picks up and the clouds come out, we got some pretty good juicy chatterbait conditions. But I'm threading up a 6 cents whale 3.5 swim bait on the back of these things. I love these as chatterbait trailers. There's an overall really great swim bait, coming in some amazing colors. And this is a color chatterbait I haven't thrown before. I saw it in Tackle Warehouse, blueback herring. I think it's been out for a while, but it looks good. Pitch it right out here on the edge of these weeds. Oh gosh, yeah, something just whirled right there. Again, I think something came behind it. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? No? No? Maybe? I saw a couple of weird little swirls. I don't know if they were bass getting scared or getting excited. Fishy. Oh freak, no, I had another one. He took it away from me. Why am I missing? Ah, ate the tail off the worm. It's not for a lack of getting bites. I'm just kind of being a dummy. Just kind of being soft on him. I gotta get mad at him. Oh, come on. Oh, missed him again. What the heck? No. He ate my worm in half. I'm gonna have to let him just... We can't have that. What is that, a snapping turtle down there eating it? I'm gonna run out of worms. I only brought one bag. And this is a used bag. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's a good one. Oh gosh, good one. Finally got another one out of there. He bit it right. Almost honestly looks like a clone of the first one. There we go. I knew I couldn't leave the spot without getting at least one more. Look at that healthy fish. Look at the shoulders. These fish are always just built so good. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is out here on this lake. They always look good, even in the middle of the summertime. What an awesome fish. I mean, that is just a picture perfect bass for this lake. A great representation of what's been out here all this time. Beautiful fish. Let's get him measured up. He's probably 16, like the other one. Yep, another 16.5 incher. That's crazy. Honestly, ain't the same fish. We'll see you, bud. Got him. Got him. Got him. Be good. Oh, he ain't too bad. He's out here in the very middle. Is that a bass? I guess it's a bass. Yeah, it's a bass. It almost looked like a crappie for a second. Stay on there. Hey, another nice little bass. He bit it since it's at the water also. Just dropped straight down and he was on it. Another just tub. Look at that. Even the smaller ones. Just that. Nice little 14 incher. Chunky. Thick. Peace. So I caught him just right out here in the middle. So I'm going to pull this up. The spot I was first fishing is right behind me, so we haven't gone too far from there. Might be some more out here chilling. Oh yeah, there we go. Get up here on the edge of this mat in case we hook a real big one. I've lost some giant bass in this lake because I was too far back on the grass mat and couldn't get them up out from underneath it whenever they went down into it. Okay, so that is 3 bass now already in this short-lived fishing mission on the 6 Sense Boosa ribbon tail. These things are awesome, like I already mentioned. I love the ribbing, I love the colors. That fish, or one of the fish before, ate the tip of the tail off, but we're gonna try to see if this thing will still work. It should still flip and flap down there. I'm really in jeopardy of going through a whole pack, and like I already mentioned, I only have 1 bag. But anyways, if y'all are interested in doing some late summer worming, these things would be great into the fall also. Be sure to check the link down in the video description, 6sensefishing.com. I'll have these guys down there. Use the code CJ10 at checkout. They'll save you 10% off your entire order. This is the greatest time of the year, in my opinion, to be out fishing, this late summer into fall. The fishing can be absolutely ridiculous. The fish are all grouped up, they're chasing bait, and it's just a great time. It's also not as many people on the water because hunting season, it can be a little hot still, but if you're willing to brave the heat, you can get into them. Gotcha! That was sick. Oh, it's a good one. That was awesome. Boom! Another chunky one. That was amazing. That bite was awesome. I pitched it next to that grass mat, and I literally saw that thing shake on the edge. I was like, I think a bass is coming to get it. And it went thunk, and he went zoom. It's good to know that my little broken tail worm is working. Is that one gonna be? That's like another 16.5 incher too. Again, look at the build. Look at the shoulders. Like that little section right there is just meat. All their fins are intact. No parasites, no nothing, no blemish. It's just perfect little bass. If this fish is 16.5 inches, they're gonna think I'm cheating. They're gonna think I'm measuring the same fish over and over again. Okay, he's a little bit bigger. That's the kayak tournament struggle right there, is just measuring these dang fish and trying to keep them calm on the board, because they are never calm. They're always grumpy. We'll see ya. Okay, that's 4. We ain't even got to the good spots yet. Maybe these are the good spots. You catch any trout?
I caught a few trout, a lot of little browns, a couple of rainbows. It's really pressured up here today.
Yeah, oh, I got a bite. Hold on. Fish on, baby.
What are you doing?
Bass fishing?
I decided to run up the South Fork, and I caught like 4 or 5 largemouth and a nice molly.
Really?
That shot you gave me. South Fork that rolls into the spring river over here.
Yeah.
I went up it with that frog-colored chopper and tore them up.
Heck yeah. Stay on. There we go. Little frog boy. Little frog boy. We'll take that. What's wrong with that? All right, guys. Well, I've run into a little bit of bad luck. So you saw me catch those fish. I was trying to move upstream a little bit, and my kayak was just not working. My trolling motor wasn't working. I was like, what the heck? So I checked the plug behind me. The plug behind me is good. Battery connection's good. But then I got up here to the front of it, and I unplugged this guy and realized that I had a prong from in here. Actually, it came back out. Anyways, I broke a prong off. And it was, whenever I pull this thing out, one of the prongs stuck in there, and I try to shove it back in there and get it to work, but that's my issue, is I broke the prong off on the inside of this little socket. So that sucks, and basically renders me useless out here, because as much as I love this kayak, it sucks to paddle. It's very hard to paddle. It's not a paddling yak. Like, you can get by like going on a float trip and taking the trolling motor out and putting a little cover board in and floating down. But just paddling flat water, especially across much vegetation, it can be a little difficult. So with that, we're actually going to just go ahead and head in. We definitely got a little bit of our bass fixed in today. Caught some nice ones. I think we caught 5. I don't really remember. 4 or 5, maybe 6, somewhere between 4 and 6. But yeah, it was fun. Definitely gonna come back out here again soon. I gotta take my kayak into the shop and get that plug replaced. So that'll be a little bit of a booger. It'll take a few days, but usually we can get that fixed pretty quickly. But for now, let's paddle this thing back to the house and see what Jay and Cypress and Summer are up to. I'm sure they're doing something. I came out here while they were all napping, so I'm sure they're all awake now. Cypress, what are you doing?
I go fishing.
You going fishing? Whoa! A little bit of early release, but it was pretty good. You're working on your sidearm, aren't you? You doing good?
I go fishing.
Yeah, cast it again. Cast it real far. There it goes. That was good.
Daddy go fishing.
Daddy's going fishing. We're gonna actually catch something today. I can tell. You excited? What, do you wanna catch a big old brim? Maybe we can catch something to put in our fish tank. How does that sound?
Yeah.
We catch a little brim and put it in our fish tank. Make another long cast. Oh, there you go. Good cast. You're a natural. You cast left-handed and real right-handed, huh?
Daddy go fishing.
You want me to go fishing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start fishing. All right, Jay and Summy. Think we'll catch one right there?
Oh yeah.
Right beside the dock, next to the lily pads. Oh, Cypress has got one. Get him, Cy. Good job. Got a bite. Got one! Got one! What is that? It's a shiner.
Oh my god.
It's a big old shiner.
Look at that, Sai.
Look, Cy.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's a hook.
That's a shiner.
That's a hook.
You want to throw it in?
Yes.
Okay, you want to make him go splash? Oh, he's spiking me. He's going crazy. I'm gonna set him down, you pick him up, okay? What is that?
That's a pig.
An airplane. Okay, you wanna pick him up and throw him in the water?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, easy.
It can be easy with the shiner. A golden shiner. Okay, get him. I'll hold him still for you. Got him. Okay, make him splash. Pew! Yeet. Hey, give me 5. Show me how far you can cast. Wow, good job. You getting your worms? Got him. Got him. Cypress. I got a bass. We finally, come on, Cypress, reel it. Come here, Cypress, reel it. Reel it. Come here, Cypress, reel it. Come here, Cy. Come on, hurry, come on. Come reel it. Come reel it, Cy. Reel it, reel it, reel it, reel it. It's a big one. Reel it, reel it, reel it, reel it. Reel, Cy. Keep reeling. Keep reeling. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one.
My goodness.
Reel it, Cypress, hold it. Oh, reel, 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 reel. Ready, set. Yes! Oh my gosh.
I found a lake.
Yeah, look at that.
I found fish.
That's a big one, Cy.
We got a big bass, Cypress.
Hold it.
You want to hold it?
Yes.
Good job, Cy.
That's really cute. That's really cute.
Look at that.
Cute.
What color is he?
White.
White? What color is that fish?
White.
No, what color is that?
That's brown. Gray.
Green.
I hold it.
You want to hold it? Okay, you can grab his mouth. You got him? Woo!
Big splash.
Look at me, Cypress.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh, watch your
Watch out
feet.
for the hook. No, Cy.
Woo! Okay, let's get the pole.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna catch one.
You want to try to catch another bass?
I'm gonna go catch a rabbit.
You can catch another bass?
I hold.
You can hold it?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Heads up.
all right.
Oh my gosh.
He's already casting a bait caster. Let's see what happens. We'll see how this plays out. He's never done this before. 7.5 foot bait caster.
Dunk it in the water.
Cast it.
Oh my gosh. I'm scared. He almost got it. And we had to lay down.
Hey, Cypress, why don't you get your pole, and if I hook another one, you can reel it in, okay? You almost hurt mommy and baby Sissy.
I just saved Summer's head.
Well, what a way to end today's fishing adventure, catching a bass out here on the dock. We've honestly been out here trying to catch a bass off the dock like the last week. It's been kind of tough. It's been hot, it's shallow, and there hasn't been a whole lot of bass activity in this exact area. They've been kind of more out that way. So it's nice to finally have caught a bass off the dock. We've been seeing like 2 or 3 a jump in the area where I caught that one, the last few days, and we finally got him to bite the frog, which was awesome. Overall, had a good day out here bass fishing, and it was definitely interesting going over to the dam this morning and looking at that gate wide open, and just knowing that the lake is dropping. It was a real reality check, I guess is what you would call that. But we're gonna keep fishing out here as long as we possibly can. We're gonna continue to keep y'all updated, along the way as we see the lake, start to empty. It's crazy, and what's crazy is how much is already dropped. I didn't expect it would go down this fast. I heard that they thought that it would go down maybe like 6 inches a week, but they opened it yesterday, and in one day, let me turn this camera around and show you guys the water line on the dock. It's pretty insane. Look at these geese. They're coming in. They're coming in. Hey, y'all are in season. I think they're in season. Yeah, they're in season. I better be careful. Those geese better be careful. They're gonna get got. But let me show you guys the water line on the dock. It's pretty crazy. I know that it's pretty dark out here, but y'all can clearly see on that post right there in the middle of your screen, how much the water's dropped in just a day's time, or I guess a day and a half's time. That's probably 3.5, maybe 4 inches. It's probably 3.5 inches. You have a little bit of spray from like some wind, but yeah, it's pretty wild. And so if it's dropping 3 inches in a day and a half, it'll probably drop more than 6 inches in a week. So we're gonna continue to monitor that. I wanna stick a stick out here in the lake, and that'll be our bearing. We'll do that in another video. Like I said, guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all enjoyed seeing us get out there and do some fishing out there on the lake and off the dock. If you wanna see more content like this, be sure to let us know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to give it a big thumbs up for us and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss out on any of these future lake update videos. I'm Cole Harkin. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.